Welcome back, everybody, to another barn session. It's just the two of us today. Good old Reese and Sammy tag team, because Ryan is busy at the moment. But we got a lot of exciting stuff to talk about, particularly the National Duals Invitational, and everything that happened there and events surrounding it. Yeah, Reese, give me your initial thoughts on the event on the weekend.
My initial thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Where was Penn State?
Where were they?
I'm just kidding. Those are not my initial thoughts. I don't really care that much that Penn State was there. Would have been nice if they were there, but who really cares?
Let's get down to the real problem.
The real
Where
issue.
were the Nittany Lions? Why is Kale scared?
Why does Kale hate wrestling? And why does he have to make it everybody else's problem? What he does.
I do have. We're making it our problem.
I'm kidding. I'm not. I don't care.
Yeah. I have a bit. I have a segment that I want to dig into, like, not necessarily the fact that Penn State wasn't there, but that happening caused a lot of dialogue that I want to address. But we can talk about the actual wrestling first. So yeah, tell me about.
Well, Ohio State is obviously the thing that pops into my mind first. Ohio State and basically how they went Penn State on everybody's ass, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, I mean, their record over 4 duels was 31-9. And I think they had 4 or maybe 5 guys. I guess they went undefeated at 125, 133, 141, 157, and 285. So I think half their weights went undefeated. Yeah, it was. I don't know. I felt like it made sense for them to handle day one, but then going into the semis up against Nebraska, I was like, man, this is gonna be a really interesting duel, and it was a beating. It was bad.
Yeah, I mean, I picked Nebraska to win that duel via criteria 16 to 15 or whatever. And yeah, obviously I was way off there.
Yeah,
It didn't go that way.
I mean, it was just if you break down the duel, like Nebraska losing 25, that's not a huge surprise. But then 133, I mean, did Vandy even wrestle? I don't even remember if Vandy wrestled or not.
No.
Vandy didn't wrestle. Brock Hardy's got a chance to beat Jesse Mendez, but doesn't get the job done. It just, their luck, things didn't pan out for them. And I feel like Ontrell Taylor's overvalued. Well, it was going into this.
I mean, I definitely overvalued him. I guess it's hard not to look at him as returning, like you would look at most returning national champs. You look at him a little differently than you do the rest of the field.
Yeah, I don't know. It just, I don't know.
Oh, I mean, yeah, he was not that guy this weekend.
No, I mean, he did, I guess if I look at his, because they wrestled at the Navy Classic, and if I look at those match results, he took care of business. He didn't have any really major challenges. But he looked slow at the Army Duel, and then Brzezinski kind of caught him. That'll happen. But then, I mean, just the way he wrestled Brandon Cannon, I don't know if I should be putting more stock into Brandon Cannon, or if I should be taking into consideration the idea that maybe Ontrell Taylor is not the same person that he was last year necessarily.
I don't know. I think he. I think last year he had his ups and downs too. I mean, he got pinned in the Big Ten finals last year, or no, he got
Semis.
pinned in the semis. Yeah, and took
Yeah.
fourth or whatever.
Yeah.
Or third. Yeah, I think he took third. Right.
Yeah. I don't know. Because
I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, if from the returning national champs that we had from last year, which is like Vince Robinson, Lucas Bird, Antrell Taylor, Jesse Mendez, Mitchell Mesenbrink, and I think that's
Haynes.
it. Haynes didn't win it last year.
Oh yeah,
I think that's it. Yes, that's it. Um, two of them were like in my mind, like, yeah, these guys, you wrestle that, there's a very high likelihood that they are not going to win it again. And it was they both lost this weekend. So with that in mind, yeah, I don't know. Normally you see Penn State, Nebraska. Normally you see Nebraska do really well at this time of the year. Like when you think about them going to the CKLV, they typically look great. Um, and on day one they looked fine, but on day two they looked terrible.
terrible. They didn't look so good against NC, was it NC State or who'd they duel in the quarters?
Quarters would have been.
Oh, it wasn't NC State.
I cannot remember right
It was
now.
Michigan. They didn't look that great against Michigan.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Brock Mantanona beat Silas Allred. Um, LJ Arujau did not even wrestle. Um, who else here? Van D wrestled. Lauritsen and Kohler. I don't know who they're going to start between those two, but they looked fine. That just nothing. You know, I guess McDaniel had a close match. That Hayden Walters kid, I don't know. I don't know about him yet. Maybe, but the Ferrari Major Tegodalia, I was pretty impressed by that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think Ohio State's that team this year. The new rankings came out today. It's Tuesday afternoon, and I don't think they're going to be. I still don't think they're going to be even in the same stratosphere as Penn State, but they're definitely the number 2 team right now. I think I tweeted about this. I think they probably have the best starting 3 at 125 through 141. I don't
Ohio
know.
State.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know who you would put out. Who's going to be a
I
better
mean,
option between McCrone and Bousakis? I would lean Bousakis, considering
yeah.
he's got the better wins. But then Davino and Mendez. If we get a final this year at 133 between Ben Davino and Marcus Blaze, that's very realistic, even with Bird, Ayala, Crookham, and everybody else at 133.
Yeah.
And who was the last person? Who was the last person to beat Marcus Blaze in folk style?
I believe that was one Ben Davino.
It was Ben Davino. So I don't know who to pick there. And then yeah, Jesse Mendez. You know, Brock
I hope
Hardy.
that isn't the final. I hope one of these other
Yeah.
dudes steps up.
Who?
Like Crookham or Bird, really. That's about
Yeah,
it.
those are I think those are your 2 main options. Maybe no, that's really it. And maybe Bird. I could see it with Bird. Crookham, I
Crookham or
get worried
Bird.
about a person who's been off the mat for 11 months.
I
You
think.
know?
Well, I mean, he's been off the map for a lot longer than that, and then come back and looked like really sharp.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
I
true.
think when he's wrestling, you don't really have to worry a lot about him because I don't know. He's locked in like every time he steps on the mat. It seems like.
That's true. Yeah, maybe it's not a problem. I get worried in general just about people who like when you can't have a complete season or when you come back in like early or mid January and it's just kind of difficult when you've been through a full season to like get yourself back into the cadence to peak in March the right way. I
Yeah.
don't know.
So why didn't they have him or Stanich or Taylor?
I believe it's Stanich hurt his knee at U20s. Crookham is still working his way back into it, and I think the same situation with Taylor. I think it's all just injury related.
Just
Um,
precautionary,
Pretty
hopefully.
much is what it seemed like. There's been a lot of that, honestly, across the board. We know Cornell, Meyer Shapiro had the opportunity to compete this semester, but it's just playing it safe, which is It's
So
fine. It's
why did
not.
he have to choose between wrestling the semester and not wrestling the semester?
No, no. He just made it. It was just a choice in terms of like he could have wrestled this semester.
Why wait the whole semester though?
I mean, I don't think it's an intention of like. I don't think
That's just
that.
when they think he's going to be healthy.
Yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with at semester. I'm pretty sure. I think it's just like, hey, we're just gonna play it safe. We'll wrestle January, February, March, and I think actually maybe he'll come back late December.
Is it just a head
Pitch count.
like concussion thing, or
I think it's just pitch count. Keep all the gears
what the
turning.
hell does that mean?
Uh, I don't know, Reese. I'm not. I'm not in the coach's seat at that program. But I feel like those are the things roughly that have been talked about. Um, but yeah, and like Lorenzo Norman and Nico Provo, we still haven't seen for Stanford. They're still recovering as well. Like just across, Josh Barr is not healthy from his injury. Rumor has it that he might be more serious than what was initially expected. But
Bar?
yeah, even if that were the case, because Penn State did wrestle this weekend, it was against Oklahoma, which is not a challenge. But there was a couple of interesting weight classes. One of them was 197 with D'Anthony Parker and Connor Mirasola went out there and majored him, put the hands on him. So even if they don't have Josh Barr, Mirasola is going to be plenty
Well, what's wrong with
weight.
Josh Barr? Is it his ankle or?
It's his rib from U23s.
Yeah,
You don't remember this?
not really.
He was wrestling the Iranian and gave up a takedown, and the Iranian started working a gut. And after the first turn, it was it. It was all she wrote.
Oh,
Yeah. But back to the duels. Ohio State wins. Iowa takes second place. What do you feel about Iowa? I felt good about them personally.
dude,
Overall.
they don't score enough. Period.
Yes. Yes, agreed. Um
They're the same issue. They go out and they say it like in their post match interviews. They talk about how they need to score more. Like literally, it's like a common. It's with every single one of them. They're like, I need to score more, and they don't score more. And you know what? It's not
yeah.
just Iowa. It's like all. It's like
It's
everybody. It feels like,
a lot
but
of yeah.
Iowa, in particular, has had this problem for the last 10, 15 years.
Yeah, I totally understand where you're coming from. And you saw it with a couple of people like Dean Peterson wasn't really doing a whole lot. He wasn't generating a whole lot of offense. Drake Iola didn't seem like he could reliably get to any sort of offense. Angelo Ferrari was just selectively deciding, you know what? I'm not going to try and score until the third period. But anytime he wanted to go out there and score, he could do it.
Yeah.
Anytime he wanted to create a position where the winner is going to navigate and score the takedown, it's going to be him. So hopefully
And
he just
even with
chooses.
him, dude, I'm like less like I fault him less than the other guys because I know he's just doing what he does. Like I don't think he has in his mind. I don't think he's thinking, God, I wish I would pull the trigger right now.
Yeah,
Unlike
yeah, yeah, yeah.
someone like Drake, who you're losing by 6 points in the third period with a minute to go, and you're not doing anything, dude. You're not doing anything to win the match.
Yeah,
That's mostly what I'm talking about.
for sure, for sure. Like even Caliendo was pretty stifled. Um,
Something's got to be wrong
however,
with him.
huh?
He's got to have some kind of like injury or something because he seemed off.
Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Patty Gallagher could be like a tough out at 165 if he's firing on all
He
cylinders.
just wasn't firing like at all like this weekend.
Yes, right. Because like I would have expected some sort of back and forth between him and Ladarian Lockett. But we didn't. We didn't see that. It was all Ladarian in like counter position from Caliendo. It's like, okay, you have the power. clearly, by the way you're navigating defending Ladarian's shots, get your own offense going. But with that being said, to me, there were two of a couple of like four major questions that were answered. One was 149, and that's Ryder Block. And Ryder Block is good. Ryder Block is, in a weight class that is rough right now. It is not rife with talent. But he's showing up, looking way better than he did last year at 141. And he looks like a guy who could be a national finalist or could be like round of 12, because that's kind of just the way 149 is right now.
Yeah, I agree. I thought Ryder looked really good. I thought it was pretty questionable. I think I felt like that was like a brain fart. Or I haven't really watched a lot of his scrambling, but I don't know that was like pretty. I don't know.
Yeah.
The scrambling there at the end was like, what are you doing, dude? How'd you give that up?
With
I was more frustrated with the fact that he was about to make it, whatever, like 19-0 or 21-0 or
when he was wrestling Styles.
yeah. I wanted to see
Yeah.
him win that match, and he kind of
Yeah.
had it. I don't know how you give that takedown up there at the end.
Right.
You got to hustle in those scrambling positions.
Yeah. I think it's the more we see him on the mat, the better, I think.
Yeah.
And then another one where I have the exact same sentiment is in Dean at 197. That he will, the more he gets acclimated to his opponents and the competition that he's up against, the better he will do by the time we reach March. Seems like he's gaining confidence. Seems like he understands, like, I can do these things that I'm used to doing even at this level. So both of those are generally like they were pretty big potential holes in the lineup, and they feel pretty well answered now. It feels like they have a pretty complete lineup. Now the problems that I still see are, can Ben Keeter get healthy? Can Jordan Williams consistently be on the mat and consistently generating offense? Because all of what I've seen so far for him is like singular scores that put up big points, and that's cool. But give me a go-to takedown. Give me something consistent. Kind of the same thing with Nasir Bailey, but
Yeah.
not as
He did
much.
not look great.
Yeah,
Did not look like he really even wanted to be out there.
yeah. So, I mean, between that, Dean Peterson getting an upset win over Troy Spratley, Drake Ayala could look better, but I don't. I'm not like this is concerning, because it's November,
It's
and I mean
more of the
he lost to
same.
Tyler Knox last
Yes,
year.
man.
Yeah,
More of the same with the transfers. The transfer situation, it's like a total crapshoot with transfers. It seems with every program, any program.
I probably could have had. I had a pretty good guess of what you were getting whenever they went after, or the agreement came to be for Nasir Bailey and Jordan Williams. I could like just
Yeah, why do they do it
based
then?
on their.
What's even the point?
I think Tom Brands is, I think he's got a relatively open door policy for people who are like, if you're excited about the idea of being a Hawkeye and being a part of this family, like we will buy in.
We will
Is what it
buy
feels like.
in, as in spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on you.
Speculation.
Yeah,
I don't know. I
I just
don't
don't.
have enough of an understanding. Huh.
I don't get buying these guys through the transfer portal and placing them over guys who have been in the room for multiple years. I just think it sucks for the sport in general.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
when it's half your lineup. When it's two guys, it's not that big of a deal. But when
Yeah.
it's 4, 5, 6 guys, and
Yeah. Yeah.
it's too much.
They have four,
Yeah,
or do they have more? Is it just four?
1, 2. I think they have 5. 125,
Oh yeah.
33,
Yeah.
41,
Yeah. Yeah. It's
57,
five.
65.
It's
Oh,
Peterson, Bailey, Williams, Caliendo, and Dean.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't know, but I like this Iowa team. I like the way they look. I
Oh,
do, just like in general.
I like him.
I feel like it's a team that can contend for a trophy in the postseason, so I don't
Yeah,
mind it.
I mean, I think
Um,
Iowa fans feel differently from what you're feeling there.
what fans?
Iowa fans,
Whatever.
I think they
Look,
want a little more than that.
they're very used to going out there and being in a sort of a toss up duel and getting away with it, kind of like what they did against Oklahoma State. But you're going to take your lumps every now and again. And honestly, they might be taking a lump here in
It's
2 weeks
Iowa,
with the
Sammy.
Cyhawk duel, huh?
I said it's Iowa. They don't expect to take lumps. Period.
Well, I'm a man of reality, okay, and I understand the idea that you're gonna lose
Well, the
sometimes. You're not always
reality
gonna
is
win.
that they've had success in the past, like of the same magnitude that Penn State is having.
Yeah,
So their expectations are, why can't we be like that?
I get it. You miss the glory days, okay,
Yeah.
but I don't know what to tell you. But they wrestle Iowa State in 2 weeks. That is a duel I have circled. I don't know about you.
I mean, I circle it every year, and every year
Every
Iowa
year.
State loses.
Yep,
So at least they got that
that's true.
going for them. They got that 20
I
plus
mean,
year streak.
yeah, that they own the
Like KU,
state.
K State football.
Yeah, but yeah, that's Iowa. All right, third place, Oklahoma State.
They look good.
It's it's the season of the freshmen. This ties into we saw this summer. The senior level of freestyle wrestling, a lot of the older talent started to work its way out. And we saw a changing of the guard. We saw a young team, newer wrestlers, and they had success. And we're seeing the exact same thing happening this season, not just with Oklahoma State. We're seeing it across the board. Um, but particularly at Oklahoma State, there are 3 true freshmen in the lineup, and every single one of them, I think, is in the top 3 right now. Sergio Vega, Landon Robidoux, and Ladarian Lockett. And then Ronnie Ramirez might be the guy at 133 because Richie Figs, after he didn't get the nod to start against Iowa, I think he dipped. I didn't see him for the rest of the event.
Really?
Um, I mean, I don't know, but those those freshmen are good. They are very good, and they were a they were about 5 seconds away from beating Iowa. If Troy Spratley wrestles that match a little bit smarter for about 5 to 10 more seconds, they win that match.
What a ding dong.
What did it was a ding dong situation. I mean, it, he's in on the leg. There's short time left. Keep control of it and drive, elevate, move the position around in a way that doesn't compromise you. And hats off to Dean Peterson for finding a way to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat, because that was what he did, and it was impressive. But Troy Spratley, Ramirez, or Figs, whoever gets the nod, Vega, Swiderski, who I have some concerns about,
Dude,
Rabideau.
honestly, I would lean more towards taking Swiderski out than Figs, if anything.
Yes, I want to talk about Swiderski and Zach Ryder. Um, I think they should play around with 133 and with 149.
Maybe
I don't know what the deal
184
is with.
too.
Yeah, maybe.
You got
This
Thompson
is what I was.
and Rob waiting
This
in the
is what I was
wings.
worried about. This is what I was worried about at 184 with Zach Ryder prior to the All Star Classic, because I went back and I watched his matches from last year when he was redshirting at Penn State. He's wrestling at the Southern Scuffle, and I'm like, he's winning the matches, but it's a lot of pushing. It's a lot of hand fight. It's not a lot of offense. And people are like, he pinned All American TJ Stewart. I'm like, did you watch the match though? What did you watch the actual
What,
events that
did
transpired?
TJ try to throw him?
TJ threw him and got the takedown, and then like on a scramble in the second period, which is the next scoring exchange, Ryder just catches him, holds him on his back, and gets the pin. Uh, but like it's get to the underhook and push. I kind of would have thought David Taylor would have been like, hey, have you ever heard? I think we've talked about this. Have you ever heard what Turbo Dolognev, why he prefers collar tie over underhook? So he said the world's best underhook faced off against the world's best collar tie, and every single time except for once, the world's best collar tie won. That's why I go collar tie. He's talking about David Taylor versus Hassan Yazdani. So I figured David Taylor would have been like, hey, the underhook works. Okay, we see it. We see it with Yazdani. We see it with Trent Hidley. But this is better. This is going to get you more. We didn't see that. Zach Ryder, he lost a very problematic match against Christian Hansen. He
Chris
looks.
Hansen?
He wanted Chris Hansen. Why don't you have a seat, dude? Twitter went nuts because Zach Ryder is also the name of a WWE star, and so people are like, "Who wrestled who? What happened?" Which was funny. But so he loses to Hansen. He wins a very close 2-1 match to a Donald Cates from NC State, who like hasn't done anything. He's got nothing for Angelo Ferrari, and so he's got he had nothing for Silas Allred, and it's like, okay, we need to change something. Yeah, you need to just start shooting more, because this isn't working. Do whatever you did against Jackson Smith. Get back to that. I don't know how you do it. That's not my problem, but you need to figure it out. That's what I see. Or throw in Braden Thompson, throw in Jersey Rob, give your other guys other shots. Put a little fire under Zach's ass. Do something. That's
Not
my
fire under
estimation.
his ass.
Put a fire under his ass.
Same with Swiderski.
What? Same with Swiderski?
Same with Swiderski. Put
Yeah,
in
I agree.
Jameson or put in Young or maybe
Kale
Hughes.
Hughes, anybody,
Yeah,
anybody, anybody. Teague Travis,
Taking
sure.
Travis.
I don't know if he can make the
Bring
weight
back,
anymore, but
bring back old Jordan Oliver. Somebody in there.
somebody put give me a little Sam Smith,
Little Sammy Smith.
a little Sammy Smith. Uh, you know what's weird? Because when we saw Casey Swiderski at Iowa State, and even before that, the first time I watched Casey Swiderski wrestle, it was against Jesse Mendez at Who's Number One, and every single time he went out there and wrestled, it looked like he was trying to kill the person he was wrestling, and he was incredibly passionate, very animated, and always like every time he went out there and wrestled Casey, it was going to be an absolute war. Things feel so stifled in his matches now. They feel so softened, not soft, softened, which is weird. Why? What happened? You know?
Maybe the injuries have gotten to him. Maybe he's afraid to push his body. I don't know.
That's what I'm. That's like the only thing I can really think of because like he even looks tired in his matches. It's like you're getting tired. Isn't this the guy? I felt like every time I saw him wrestle, it's like this guy could wrestle for 20 minutes and keep going. But it looks like he's getting tired in his matches. What's going on with that? Is it a weight cut for 149?
I don't know. I'm really just shocked that. I mean, is Jameson hurt?
Yeah, Jameson's not 100% healthy right now. Believe I've heard that. So I'm guessing we'll see some other guys get some looks in the starting lineup, unless Swiderski can kind of shape things up a little bit. But
Yeah,
I don't know,
find some kind of happy medium, or you know.
something, dude. Because what's happening right now isn't working. And look, he's wrestled at the All Star Classic, he wrestled at Stanford Duel, and he wrestled at National Duels. It's 3 events, 6 matches. He's got time. However, his record right now is 1-4, so it's not pretty, including a hammering from Aiden Valencia. So we'll see.
He's like 1-1 on the season.
Yeah, but dude, I can't. Have you looked at 149 lately?
It's bad.
From last year's All American finishers, there are 2 in the top 10. Shane Van Ness Lachlan McNeil. That's it. Styles is out. Well, Styles might be back in it now. I don't know.
And
But
Lachlan was
those
very good.
three,
Yeah.
yeah, and Lachlan got destroyed by Caleb Larkin. So it's really gonna be Shane Van Ness, and then like between 2 and maybe 15, because like the guys who are in there who haven't really done a whole lot right now are Paniro Johnson, Michael Joffrey, um, Chance Lamer, who hasn't wrestled at all this year. Same with Joffrey.
So is Michael Joffrey different from Jack Joffrey, or is that the same guy?
I'm pretty sure it's different. There's the,
Oh,
there's one in Missouri.
there are two
There's
Joffreys.
there's a Logan Joffrey. There's a Michael Joffrey. There's a Jack Joffrey, and I think there's a fourth.
Were they all the same weight too?
Roughly around the same area. I'm pretty sure.
I didn't know there was a Jack Joffrey at Oklahoma, and he's fifth in the country. How is that? How is that
Wait,
possible?
Jack Joffrey? I thought it was Michael.
There is a Michael. He's down at 31. How is Lachlan
Yeah,
McNeil still at 3 in these flow rankings? That's crazy to me. How does he not drop?
dude, I don't know. Jack. Wait,
These
is it
rankings are
Jack?
crazy.
Is it Jack?
There's two of them. There's
I thought it
Michael
was
and Jack.
Michael.
There's two. They're both here.
Oh, is Michael the Illinois one?
Yeah. Jack is at
That's what I'm
Oklahoma.
doing. That's what I'm doing. They were both at Virginia at some point.
Dude, you
Yeah.
know who
Okay.
a name I remembered, and I was like, where did this guy go? From Virginia, Marlon Yarbrough. You remember him?
Yeah.
I was like, where did that guy go? And
Did
I
you
looked up
figure it
his.
out?
I looked at it. Yeah, he was injured last year, and he's got one more year this year. I just
Yeah.
remember I thought he AA'd a couple years ago, but he didn't. He went
Mm-mm.
like 2-2. I don't know why I thought
Mm-mm.
he AA'd.
Did he beat? He beat somebody though.
Maybe somebody, yeah.
To you too, buddy.
Yeah.
Um.
Anyway,
Yeah, but Connor Doucette looks good. Cody Merrill is so.
he's another
All the
guy.
freshmen look good.
Pull the freaking trigger, dude.
Yeah, a little bit, right?
Yeah, big time.
Facundo went 1-4.
Yeah, he had a good one. I felt like he looked good though. Like his
He
one
didn't
win
look
was against
bad.
Minto.
He was against. Yeah, did you see how he won against Minto?
No, was not good.
Okay. Let me lay out.
Does he also
Uh,
need to pull the trigger? He does. Does he?
let
I
me.
mean, he's never really had offense.
Nah, he definitely should have more. Let me lay out how his event went. He wrestled Simon Ruiz, lost close. He wrestled Matt Singleton, was keeping it close, and then like went for an ill-advised switch off bottom and got pinned. So that's like number 3 and then number 4 in the country. Next, he has number 2 in the country, Pat Kennedy, and that was a close match. I think sudden victory maybe, or 2-1 or something like that. And then he has Chris Minto for third. So he's wrestled number 2, number 3, number 4, number like 6, and then number 2 in the country. So he didn't exactly have a lineup of opponents that anybody would wrestle on any given weekend ever. This is like you don't even get that at NCAAs. You get some schmuck, and then you get whoever else. And the way he beat Chris Minto was off of an illegal head scissor.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Yep.
Hey,
So can't do that. Rules are
you can't
rules.
let him touch.
Yep.
Not even for
But
a millisecond.
not even for and it was like it was like up here. It was like I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But I think it's more wait and see with him. He can do more, but also give him more time. He was so off. He was off the mat basically for 2 seasons.
Yeah.
His last full season was 2022 or 23, 23, 23. So give him some time. Grow into the weight a little bit more, whatever. But yeah, that's Oklahoma State. Overall, I feel good about them. We'll see.
Yeah, they get good. Yeah, I feel like I mean, the Iowa duel, that's crazy to me how they found a way to lose to Iowa again. Them and Iowa State are, perpetually Iowa's little brothers.
Yeah.
for now. We'll see.
They wrestle again.
Something's got to give with the Oklahoma State situation. They won't lose to them forever.
Yeah. Right. Right.
And I used to have a chokehold on on all of the Big Ten except for Penn State obviously, but that seems to have been broken.
With Ohio State,
I think, and they lost to Michigan last year too, right?
2 years ago. Yeah,
Or
when
2 years ago.
Sergio Lemley beat the brakes off Real Woods.
Yeah.
Yeah, and D'Agostino beat Drake Ayala at 125.
Yeah,
Blah 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 blah
yeah.
blah. And then Nebraska,
Yeah,
fourth
tough
place.
outing for them.
Fourth place. They went like 3-17.
They get a
In
cool what is it? 75,000? 75 G's?
75
That's the 20 for showing up or whatever.
75,000. Yeah,
Or is it 10 for showing up?
$75,000. And I mean, ugly duels against Ohio State and Oklahoma State. But who knows? Who knows what things will look like moving forward? AJ Ferrari took a lost to Nick Feldman. Nick Feldman might be the guy at 285. 285 kind of becoming a weight class that's kind of up for grabs. It's open to anybody right now. Isaac Trumbull is not healthy. Seemingly, he's not wrestling yet. AJ Ferrari loses to Nick Feldman. Ben Keeter didn't wrestle at all this weekend. I'm guessing he's having recovery related issues from his hip surgery this summer. Tagadali lost, so it's really like Younger Bastida, but he had a close match with Braxton Amos. Christian Carroll kept it kind of tight with lots of quality competition this weekend. Lots of options here at 285. Kind of fun when you get a mass exodus of
I forgot that
world level
Christian
talent.
Carroll. Who did he wrestle?
He wrestled Feldman, and then he wrestled
Jimmy Mullen.
Virginia Tech, Jimmy Mullen. Yep. Yeah.
Big Jim.
Big Jim.
I mean, what happened with Hardy in that against Vega? Was that a classic Brock Hardy? Just like bad, he was in a bad headspace and just had a bad match.
It could have been a little bit of sad boy hours.
Yeah,
Maybe.
he
I don't
seems that
know.
seems to affect him.
It
More
kind of
than
seemed
the
like
average
Vega
guy.
beat him at his own game.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, maybe. I think a more prepared Brock doesn't let guys in on him that deep.
It wasn't necessarily about how deep Vega got in on shots.
I think it was like he would get in on his shots and then 2 seconds would go by and then Brock would start to wrestle. He would be like, all right, now time to try and counter
I don't know if I
versus
agree with
just
that.
immediately getting into his counter stuff.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
And also,
But
I mean, did he take any shots?
yes, I believe it was a you shoot, I score, I shoot, I score situation. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Vega just looked really good. I was kind of just in awe. I was like, man, because honestly, after this summer, I was like, Vega's probably going to be the guy out of this group of recruits at this weight class area who ends up riding the bench with with Ronnie Ramirez and Jax Forrest and the Rainey brothers. Like, I think Vega's going to end up being the odd man out. Not anymore. Not
Yeah.
anymore. Good
So
God, he's good.
He beat Jack, right? Too. There's another guy beat 2-0.
He beat. I don't know. Let me look at my stats that you aren't very interested in.
Well, shit, bro.
I
I
can
can
tell
just.
you. He beat Josh Saunders 5-0, Ryan Jack 2-0, Nasir Bailey and sudden victory 3-0, and then he majored Brock Hardy 13-2. So, yeah. Take that and do with it what you will.
I think he's
Probably the
I think he's an All-American contender. I wouldn't put him in the champion. I mean, I wouldn't.
if
I
he
don't know.
wrestles Ben
I
Davino,
don't
you
know if
think Ben
that's
Davino's
anybody.
just putting
Well, he's
putting
not
belt
at
to
Ben
ass.
Davino's weight.
Yeah, whoops. My
He's
bad.
at
Yeah,
Jesse.
I don't think he's beaten Jesse Mendez. Probably not.
I mean, but I think he can probably beat just. I mean, he obviously can beat anybody else. I don't know. Stanich will be interesting, but I think he can probably
Stanch will
beat
be
Stanich.
interesting. There's names at 141. Let me pull up these rankings. Like 141, I think is one of the deeper weights, but maybe its neighbor at 149 is making it
Pearson
look.
Manville's kind of interesting. Did he
Yeah,
go
but like
undefeated on the weekend? I think he
yeah,
did.
but I think it was like 2-0. I don't think they wrestled more than two duels. I think he beat the Michigan kid, and then he might have only wrestled once actually. I don't know,
He beat Carter
but
Bailey and Michigan, right? Yeah.
I think you might be right. Yeah. Okay. I mean, 141 is Jesse Mendez, Sergio Vega, Brock Hardy, Luke Stanich, CJ Composto, Anthony Echemendia, Zeth Romney, Ryan Jack, Corey Land, Vance Fonbar, Nasir Bailey, Dylan Ragus, and Aaron Nagao. That's pretty good. That's a pretty solid top 13.
Yeah.
Um, and like I could see him taking losses to guys like Echemendia, like Composto, like Romney. Maybe not Romney. But like Dylan Ragusin, I could see it. I'm not blown away by that.
Yeah. He'll take some losses. If you
He'll take
ask
some
me.
lumps. Some guy. Now there are, in my mind, there are two people from this weekend who like these two guys probably have the best argument for like outstanding wrestler, and it's Brandon Cannon and Landon Rabideau, however you say it. Um, Brandon Cannon bonus his way through the tournament. Got a tech over Jared Hill and majored Charlie Millard, Antrell Taylor, and Victor Voinovich. And then Landon Robidoux teched Benny Rogers, decision to Jackson Arrington, majored Victor Voinovich, and tech followed Des Cartrell.
Man, Oklahoma State versus Ohio State. I would have. I'm so mad that Iowa and Oklahoma State were on the same side of the bracket because
Yeah.
out of all those teams that Oklahoma State could face in the Big Ten, they got stuck with freaking Iowa.
The team they're already. I mean, they're already going to wrestle both the teams that they wrestled from the Big Ten, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Whereas they
like
could
they're
have
not going to.
wrestled Nebraska or Ohio State. I
Well,
guess they
no, they're
wrestled
wrestling
Nebraska.
Nebraska.
They could have
Yeah,
wrestled Ohio State. That's really the only
yeah.
one.
That Ohio State would have been money, but we didn't get it, Reese. Um, Now there's a rumor. This came out yesterday, and the way it was being delivered was it's a thing and it's going to happen. Jack's Forrest to Oklahoma State.
Yeah, I heard Willie talking about that.
Willie's talking about it now. There's some people coming out today that are like, no, this is not happening. It doesn't make sense. David Taylor's smarter than that. Personally, I don't
That's a
really see
bunch of
how it makes
BS.
sense. What?
I think those people coming out and saying stuff are liars.
You feel like it makes sense for him to go?
I don't see why it wouldn't make sense for him to go. And I think he's going to go 133. I think he could make 33. What weight is he at
Is
now?
it
32?
what's
38?
I mean,
He's
well,
at
he wrestled
32 now.
61 kilos. He wrestled 61 kilos this summer, which is
It's like,
122 plus 12, which is 134 and a half pounds, something like that.
okay.
Uh, so he can make 133 probably. Is he going to look great? I don't know. Might have
He'll
grown
look
a little bit
fine.
more. But think about, okay, what kind of impact does that have on the quality of your team? Because currently you have Ronnie Ramirez and Richie Figs. Those guys, national qualifier level, win you some matches, maybe through some stroke of luck, get on the podium. What does Jack's Forrest get you?
What do you mean? What does Jack's Force get
Do
you?
you
He
think
gets you.
Jack's Forrest
He
is
gets
going to
you
go
a
out
top
there
three
and win
finish.
133 pounds?
He's placing in the top three, just like
He's
Marcus
placing in the
Blaze
top
is.
three.
Marcus Blaze is either in the top three. He's top three, and he's probably not three, and he's probably not two. He's probably one.
I just putting him out there in a weight class where it is Marcus Blaze, Ben Davino, Ryan Crookham, Drake Ayala, Lucas Bird, everybody else at that weight.
I don't see him
Why?
losing to Ben Davino. I don't see him losing to anyone outside of Bird, Crookham. or Blaze.
Okay.
And I just don't think he's losing to Bird either, really.
Probably not. Now, do you think that they're not going to win a title off that? Oklahoma State's not going to beat Penn State off that, right? Is it
No.
worth it? Is it gonna bump them from 4-3 or from 3-2?
Worth it in the sense of what? That you're burning a year of his for him or what?
Right. Yeah,
Well, those guys are all going to be back next year except for Lucas Bird.
sure. I don't think in any way is Jack's Forrest long for 133. Well, he
Okay.
is long for 133. That's the problem. I think he's a 41 pounder, maybe even a 49 pounder if you wanted to put some muscle on the kid. Uh, and that is something that needs to be
Well,
embraced. I think you
they're
need
going
to
to have guys at 141. Like, their problem doesn't go away next year if he comes in at 41 next year as a freshman.
no, no, but he can redshirt. I don't know. I don't. What's the rush? What is the rush?
I mean, where's the harm? And I don't think it's rushing at all. He's 19 years old, bro. He's ready to go. He's ready to rock and roll.
I don't know. I always think about like
He's been in the room, obviously.
one of those. Yeah, he was. Yeah, one of those coveted goals, coveted achievements that you only get one shot at. Is being a four timer.
I agree with
Uh,
that. I totally get that part. I probably wouldn't do it if I were him. I'd be like, no, I'm gonna chill with my homies,
right.
walk, do the
That
walk, even though who gives a shit about walking?
I think. I don't know. I'll believe it when I see it. I'm just skeptical. I'm skeptical on like it. If it was like, yeah, this is a slam dunk. This makes a ton of sense. Uh, we just watched both of our 33 pounders that we had wrestle this weekend. We just watched them both lose both of their legs. Like, we need somebody. Sure, makes
They don't
sense.
need
Put them
anybody,
out there.
and they're not going to need anybody for a long time. But I think that's the idea.
Yeah.
They're
Okay.
never going to
Okay.
need anybody, especially at those lower weights, or just probably any weight. Period.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I don't know. I'll believe when I see it. I'm just skeptical. I'm skeptical on it making sense.
Yeah, I mean, it seems pretty far fetched, but I feel like if
I
Willie's saying it, I don't
I,
know.
right. I don't distrust the idea that Willie Saylor was in Tulsa, Oklahoma this weekend and was hearing words come out of people's mouths, and people who have an actual like stake and impact in the program. I believe it, but it is one of those events that if it were to happen, I would need to see it happen before I'm like, this is happening. I think that's my thoughts. Any other ideas? Any other thoughts about national duels? We had four. We had, I think, four number ones go down.
You know, yeah, yeah. Who like Bird, not Bird.
No,
Wait, Bird. Yes,
Bird
Bird.
didn't lose.
Wait, did
Bird
he? He
lost.
didn't lose.
Bird didn't lose.
Okay,
We
Bird
had.
didn't lose. Who was it?
Did Bird lose? Did Bird lose?
I don't
I
think
don't think
so.
Bird lost.
But did he?
Vince Robinson.
He didn't. Oh yeah.
Vince Robinson.
What did he
Antrell
seven?
Taylor. AJ Ferrari. Was it only three? I felt like it
No,
was
there was
four.
another one.
Who else was it? Not seven, not 65, not 74.
84?
Oh, 84. Max McAnally.
Yeah.
Max McAnally lost to Aiden Sinclair. Aiden Sinclair had Angelo Ferrari beaten. I think Aiden Sinclair has. I think he's unlocked. He's got the game plan in terms of how you beat Angelo Ferrari.
Not do anything. Also.
Well, people get in on Angelo's legs, right? Not everybody. It's not that easy. But if you take a well set up, accurate, correctly timed shot, you get on an Angelo Ferrari's leg. Now it's going to be a head inside, a sweep single type position, and you're going to pressure in and elevate. And when you step up, what's Angelo going to do? He's going to hit that funk roll, and you drop on it. And
He's so
and Aiden
fast,
did
bro.
that, but he lost the leg as he did it. I don't know if Angelo like funk rolls and like kicks his leg out or what he
Maybe that's
does.
the caveat to maybe it's just a 100% foolproof strategy. It's either if
He
he
just
misses
like
that leg, you
flops like a
lose his
fish
leg.
when he does it or something.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
know. I don't know.
He goes full well, what's the politically correct term here? He just yeah. He just spazzes out, basically.
I don't know, but Aiden Sinclair is gotten just about as close as anybody else has. For I think even closer than Carter Stracci did to taking down Angelo Ferrari. It hasn't happened yet, and there's people out there justifiably saying it. Nobody's going to take down Angelo Ferrari. It might not. He might not get taken down in college,
He'll
and it
give
would
up the
it would,
takedown eventually. Shit, dude, that would be. I
it
mean,
would piss me
he's
off.
gonna have to wrestle these dudes a lot.
Yes, he has to wrestle. Dylan Fishback is a name at 184. He's tough. Dylan Fishback, Max McAnally, Silas Allred, all the names at 184. Rocco Welsh, um, Zach Ryder, who maybe not so worried about him. I guess not anymore. Um,
It's kind of
yeah,
the
he's
top
gonna have to wrestle all these guys.
6 or top 5 guys. I wouldn't. I don't think I would include Jackson Smith.
Yeah, but yeah, I think Max McAnally's got a pretty good shot just because his offense. I don't know. It was. Aiden Sinclair surprised me this weekend. I should have taken what I saw
He
this
had
summer.
he beat Max McAnally over the summer.
I know. I don't know. I thought I was applying the idea that it's freestyle, and for some reason, people wrestle different between freestyle and folk style, even though on your feet it is 90% the same.
Pretty sure the only
Uh,
reason Max beat him in the second or third
it
match
was.
is freestyle bullshit.
Well, I was sorry, my bad. I was thinking about the U.S. Open Finals when they just gave a crazy fast restart.
Yeah. That
Yeah. Right. But then yeah, I don't remember
it
what
was
happened
like
in the
some kind
series,
of
but
crazy exposure. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But Aiden impressed me. He looked good against everybody. He's the
Missouri,
number 2 guy, probably number 3.
Missouri as a whole impressed me. I thought I didn't. I think they wrestled up. I mean, they were right there with who beat them in the. I think Minnesota beat them or Virginia Tech beat them
On the backside?
on the backside. And
Yeah,
but
I
it was a
don't
close
remember who.
duel. They taken place in top 8 was I think pretty good for them considering they're kind of down right now. But they wrestled really well. They got some really good dudes who like
Did they beat
you,
Michigan?
you might have thought weren't. I think they did. Yeah.
They kind of smashed Michigan. They won 7 out of the 10 matches. Only one was
Yeah,
Lachlan had a sudden victory win over Josh Edmond. Dylan Gilcher beat Max Mayfield, and Tegadali beat Jared Stoner. That one's not a surprise, but like Aiden Sinclair tech falled Brock Mantanona. Oh my god! And Cam Steed beat Bo. Mac Mauger beat Diego Sotelo. Mac looks good. Cade Moore does not look great, but Zeke Seltzer at 141. That kid's a dog.
Morden, he didn't look too bad.
He had some. I think he had some losses. I'm pretty sure he had some losses
He got pinned a couple
at the
times.
Tiger style. Yeah, but last weekend I'm pretty sure he took
Well,
some lumps. But
hopefully Cam Steed's okay.
Missouri, yeah, hopefully Cam Steed's healthy. Seth Mendoza's at 157. I don't know if that's going to be like a
I'm
pull in the
assuming
red
he's
shirt type
redshirting.
thing. People are like, I can't believe he's at 150. He's way too small for the weight. And I watched him wrestle. He's not that small.
I mean, he's thick. He's a thick boy.
He filled out. He went to college and he ate. He
You know,
gained some weight.
I'm gonna
Um,
assume it. I mean, it would definitely behoove the Tigers to redshirt him and not wrestle him at
100%.
157 because he does
Because
not have.
he,
He's like one of the few guys I feel like in these times that needs a year because he's kind of
yeah,
like he's got that little baby face,
babyface for
little baby
sure.
body.
Give him some time. Give him some time to develop, and he'll be ready. You know why, Reese? Because he probably hasn't even freaking turned 18 yet. Because he decided to follow the freaking rules.
He followed the rules. He hasn't turned
Follow the
18
rules.
yet.
I don't know. I'm making that up. I don't. Maybe he's turning 20 this year.
He's
I don't
probably
know.
18 at least.
I don't know. But yeah, Missouri looked like a solid team. They're putting it back together. You know, everybody was like, man, this is a shell of what they used to be last year. You know, they had good guys in red shirt. They had Rocky Elam, who was injured, and he's gone, which sucks.
Terrible.
But like, I mean, think about it. If Rocky was on the team still, that's a pretty freaking good team. Now they got a solid guy in the transfer portal out of Evan Bates. But yeah, it's a solid team. It's a good team. Um, Illinois impressed me. Cornell kind of showed out in the first duel, and then Northern Iowa put it on them after that. But they had some matches against Oklahoma State.
Oh, like they're missing who else? But Sergio was there, right?
Yeah, so they have guys coming back that could potentially be the starters, which is Greg Diakmahalis at 125, Brett Unger at 133, but Ferrara looks good in it, and given that at 125, Marcelo Milani looks good too. Saunders is at 41 right now, but Vince Cornell is probably going to end up being the guy. Jackson Joy, I think, is going to be the guy, but also Ethan Fernandez in the second semester at 149 could be an option. Meyer Shapiro will come back in at 57. Sergio was there at 65. Ruiz is there. Delegata is not wrestling this year at 84 and
Not
97
wrestling.
heavyweight.
He's not wrestling at
He's
all.
injured. He's injured.
Who's their 97?
Uh,
Is Hanning their guy?
yeah, for this year. Yeah. I don't know what it'll be like in the future, but did you know? Oh, did you know that the Bo Bassett and Melvin Miller wrestled this weekend?
They wrestled each other.
No, they wrestled at a tournament, College Open this weekend.
Oh, I did not.
They wrestled at the Shorty Hitchcock. Melvin Miller wrestled 165, and he won it. He beat Alessio Parrington in the finals. And Bo Bassett teched his way through
Did he wrestle
149.
anybody?
Not
He's
really.
got me thinking. I'm like, man, would he win this 149? I mean, he
Dude,
would definitely be top five.
he
Definitely.
would be top two.
Probably
He would be
top
top
three.
two,
I
top
mean,
three.
Larkin and Van Ness are interesting.
I feel good about Larkin. I think Larkin's going to be he's going to bring some consistency back to the land of 149.
Yeah, I mean, him
Hopefully.
and Van Ness will be, if he can,
Dude, Larkin might win it.
might win it, yeah.
He's good.
ASU is always good for some champs here and there, sprinkle in some
Yep.
national champs.
Mm-hmm. And then they get poached. We'll
And they
get
get
into that.
coached.
We'll get into that. What do you think about Brandon Cannon at 157?
Looks really good. He looks
Looks pretty good.
really good. I wish we would have seen him against Robidou. That would have been awesome.
Oh,
No, I'm like
man.
worried that nobody can beat Robidou.
Why are you
I
worried about
mean,
that?
this weight is also. I mean, Duke. I
It's
guess
a
Duke is
dude,
going
it's
to
a
be.
dumpster fire right now.
It's not as bad as 49, but it's not great.
No, but it's rough.
You got some heavy hitters in here. You got. I mean, Waters is good. Robidou,
Waters.
Cannon. Taylor has proven that that he can be good. Durbin's good. Webster's
As much
good.
as I hate to admit it, Stony Buell from Purdue might sneak his way into that podium. He might, maybe. It's
Stony
pretty good.
Buell.
Buell, maybe.
How
I
good is
don't
Brzezinski? Who knows? I mean, did he
know.
lose? Did he
He
lose?
lost.
Yeah,
Yeah.
who beat
Who
him?
did he lose to? I had it here just a moment
I
ago.
don't think he did lose because it only shows he lost to
No, he
Swisher.
did. Cannon Webster beat him 8-2. Cannon Webster, that's a guy at 57.
Webster. Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Webster's not a bad loss.
Webster's solid. And then you throw in Duke, you throw in Shapiro. It's a hell of a weight class.
Okay, yeah, I forgot about Shapiro too. Yeah, this weight class is just fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty solid.
Do you think Lockett can challenge Messenbrink? I do.
You know who I'm most
They
interested to
wrestled
see
a
at
couple of years ago,
165?
and it was not that bad of a match in freestyle.
At the
Folk
Olympic
style, it would
trials?
be even better. Yeah,
Wasn't it a tech
that
fall?
was that was what
Wasn't
that
it
was
a
a
tech
year.
fall?
I mean, it was 14-4 maybe or something like that.
The numbers are fuzzy. It was a long time ago.
A year and a
Um,
half ago, and Ladarian was a junior in high school.
yeah. Yeah. I don't know. You know who I'm really excited to see at 165? Connor Uten.
Okay.
All right. Anyway,
You can shoot down Lockett against Messenbrink, and then bring up Connor Uton.
Yeah, I know, I understand that you're like talking about beasts, and I bring in like a pup.
You're bringing in
But
Uton. What's
maybe.
Uton? He's maxing out at 7th place.
Do you remember that he was beating Michael Caliendo before he had to injury default out of the
Michael
match last year?
Caliendo almost lost to Sparks not that long after that or before that
Yeah, the
either.
soldier salute. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
valid. It's true. It's fair.
Blaze. Blaze is also interesting. What's Joey Blaze going to be like?
Oh God, I forgot about
He's
Joey
the Nittany
Blaze.
Lion Slayer.
He is the Lion Slayer.
Yeah.
Lions don't like fire, Reese. They can't handle the blaze.
That's right.
Except for they have a little fire of their own now. Just a little one. A little guy. Can we explain to Ryan that Marcus Blaze and Jax Forrest are not the same size?
Dude, I mean, I've never seen Jax Forrest
I
in
think
person.
Jax's arms might be twice as long as Marcus's. Actually,
If Jax is as small as Marcus Blaze was, then I mean, Marcus Blaze was
that
just
would look
shockingly
weird.
small.
I know, and I was like, okay, you are
They
like
both
you're
look
not gonna
lanky. I've seen them head to head in matches, and they both look
right.
pretty similar,
I don't
like
know.
lanky dudes.
Maybe you're right. I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Forrest is up at 38 in high school. That's what he's ranked
So,
at.
I mean,
That's what
dude,
Blaze was ranked at last year.
wrestle 150. Don't cut any weight. Are you out of your mind?
I don't think Marcus Blaze is cutting weight.
What, to wrestle 133?
Yeah.
I was talking about Forrest.
Well, they're both. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I think they're similar size. I don't know. I'm not sold yet.
Maybe you're right.
I haven't sized up Jax Forrest.
Maybe you're right. Now, talk about somebody and weight. Reportedly, this is a rumor. This is a total rumor. I have zero confirmation or validation on this. Reportedly, PJ Duke weighed in for the OU duel and didn't make weight.
Yeah, I didn't really think about this, but he's got to be too big for 157.
He's got to be. And so then I did hear separately, but before I heard that he missed weight from a different person, that yeah, PJ Duke's not ready yet. He's got it. He blew up after Worlds, like he got really big, and I'm like, the weight cut's gonna be a problem.
Could be a problem.
The weight cut could be a problem.
Well, so 40 or 70 kilos.
154.
154. Okay, so he gets a couple pounds.
He's probably gonna be fine. He's probably gonna be just okay.
I'm probably okay.
But after this, he wrestles this year. He redshirts. He's 165, and he's wrestling 74 kilos moving forward.
It's wraps.
Wrap it up. That's what's happening. Unless the kid decides that he wants to alter his physical construct. I don't know.
Okay, the deal.
Did I have other stuff? I know I want to talk about Penn State, but I want to get through everything else before I get to the mud.
My name is Mud.
Yeah, 184 is freaking fireworks. Patrick Kennedy looked good.
My name is Mud.
Okay. Let's talk about Penn State. There was a lot of conversation for over the last months, and I was part of it, and I've moved amongst the opinions on this. One thing that is being said by a group of people is that Kale Sanderson owes it to the sport to grow the sport by attending this event, by sending his wrestlers to wrestle at the national duels. I disagree with that. The way I see it, as a head coach, and this applies for every single head coach, probably beyond just wrestling, but let's just think about that. The wrestling head coaches, their singular sole goal for the growth, development, and improvement of the sport is to college coaches is to take high level recruits, take your athletes and make them better wrestlers and better people. Point blank. That's it. That's all you have to do. It doesn't get any more complicated than that, really. However, there are people that are defending Penn State and saying, oh, well, you guys want to talk about growing the sport. let's talk about how Kale Sanderson isn't enacting these isn't attacking smaller programs and taking athletes through the transfer portal. And you see these programs like Nebraska are taking Cal State Bakersfield's only All-American
Mitchell
and taking
Messenbrink, hello.
dude, Mitchell Mesenbrink, Aaron Nagao, Greg
Bernie
Kirkfleet, Kyle
Truax.
Cannell, Bernie Truax. You want to talk about the transfer portal? Don't even get me started on the transfer portal. Everybody uses it, and that's okay because it's there. It's part of the game. You got to play by the rules. That's just the way it works. Okay, everybody's playing Monopoly. Everybody's got money. Some people have more. Some people have less. And here's the other thing that I've discerned from the fact that Penn State didn't go to this event. Because I'm pretty sure, and maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that if the prize money for winning this event was big enough, make it 10x, $2 million. If it's $2 million, Kale Sanderson says, yeah, we'll take that check. But it's not big enough for him to say, yeah, we're going to go to this event. And so because of that, he doesn't go, which means Kale Sanderson has money. And if Kale Sanderson has money, you know he's paying his athletes. You know the guys at Penn State aren't there just because of the culture and the love of the sport and the fact that they want to be world and Olympic champions. They're getting paid too. It's happening. Don't try and convince me otherwise. Third point.
True.
If you want to really talk about ethics and the way coaches operate their programs and the way they put their teams together, Kale Sanderson, and I've heard this from people who have been recruited by Kale Sanderson pulls no punches when it comes to recruitment. And that's the way a coach has to do it. And I understand that. He will see that a kid is committed and he will talk to that kid, ask about the program, and then give his opinion on the coaching staff and the program and the way things are handled and explain to the kid why it's better if they just go and wrestle at Penn State instead. And we've seen it happen. We've seen kids flip commitments. So don't get me started and don't tell me that Kale Sanderson is this patron saint who commits no sins in the sport of wrestling, and he just brings, he shepherds wrestlers into the Penn State room and he makes them better people, and everything's good, because that's just not the way it is. It's not the way it works. Okay, Kale Sanderson explicitly said in an interview that what he was interested in from the National Duels was, if I want to be involved, I want to have, I want to have a say in how it's put out, how it's operated.
He wants control.
We saw that with the All-Star Classic last year.
Did the other coaches have control? Any level of control?
No, but Reese, because they're not the dynasty, because they're not the number one team, the big dogs, they can't.
They don't. Why would they expect to have any kind of control?
Right. Mark Manning, what do you want? Just show
shut
up
and be
send your
happy
wrestlers.
about your invitation, Mark.
So I don't know. It's very frustrating to me.
Hey, you want to know something?
Sure.
They'll be there next year.
I know. I'm not betting on that.
They'll be there next year.
I'm not betting on it. But here's the deal. Whether they do or they don't show up, Kale Sanderson owes nothing to the growth of the sport other than making better wrestlers. Don't talk to me about poaching athletes. Don't talk to me about money, recruitment, all that stuff. Kale Sanderson's going to make better wrestlers. He's going to do what's best for his program. Cool. That's fine.
You know what? Maybe this is what he was thinking the whole time. I don't want to go there and absolutely annihilate every team and take away from the fanfare.
Yep. And you know what?
Wait until next year.
It was better. It was better that they weren't there. And people said that, and they're
better.
right. It was better that they weren't there. And
Ohio
that's cool.
State went ahead and just did that.
Ohio State filled in the position.
Yep.
And my God, I am excited for that duel in February.
Exactly.
However, it's probably going to go the way we expect it to go.
You know what? This is how I see it. It's two matches they're favored in. 5 matches Penn State are favored in. 3 toss-ups.
Okay. They're favored at heavyweight. They're favored at 41.
Three
Probably
times.
expected to get bonus at 41. It's a toss up at 133. It's a toss up. It's a toss up at 157.
No.
Okay.
It's toss
What
up
are the
at
three?
33, 74, and 84.
It's a toss up between Fishback and Welsh.
Why wouldn't it be? More of a toss up than Haynes and Hartsa.
That's the next one that I was. Yeah, but I think back to their match last year, and I'm like, ugh, Carson could have done it.
Could have
Ugh.
done it.
I don't know. I
The
think I
only
might.
real problem with this is, it's probably at BJC.
Yeah.
I'm
You know what
assuming,
we need?
or maybe it's at Rec Hall, which is actually worse for them.
We need a boozy bomb to kick off the duel.
Boozy
Lock up
can
that
bomb.
cradle.
Yeah,
Pin Luke Lillidahl.
you have to wrestle Bousakis in that duel. You have to.
Well, when you say that, but then also Brendan McCrone pinned him last year.
Brendan McCrone did pin him, but there's just I give that 0.5% chance of happening ever
Yeah,
again.
yeah. Um, I'd throw out Bousakis. I'm sure by that point the starter will have been determined, and
I
they
think
will
they're
have made
gonna
their
just
choice.
back and forth the whole season until
Probably, yeah. It's
yeah.
probably going to be a
I mean, with
Shakur Rashid,
Bouzakis,
Anthony Casser situation.
yeah, unless Bouzakis just decides to not wrestle, just like throw out all the data from the previous 3 seasons he's wrestled.
If it feels like he could be fundamentally a different wrestler at 130 or 125, but
He could be.
we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, and then 41 and then 49, it's going to be rough. Like Ethan Styles just needs to do damage control. Brandon Cannon, I'm giving Brandon Cannon a chance. Patty Gallagher, I'm not giving him a chance. But Patty Gallagher, please keep it to a major, please.
Mm-hmm.
Carson,
Yeah,
Carson could be a toss up. Carson could give a bonus.
he won't give up on us.
Ooh, I believe my hands gets a little too mean on top. I don't know, dude.
Carson's good on bottom.
Yeah, I don't know. It scares me. Yeah, and then like 197. 197 could be rough.
Yeah, 197 could be rough. Yeah,
It
I
would
mean,
take
even with if I got him winning, even if with them winning the toss ups,
it's
I still had it
bonus.
19-16.
Yeah.
Penn State. But hey, that's close.
You would need a sick wrestler, you would need a throw, you would need some
Some
sort
kind of
of
fall. Some kind of fall.
yeah. You need something big. Okay. I think that's like all that I have from this weekend. I know that there was other wrestling going on. Oh, Pitt had a crazy come from behind win over Princeton. Did you see that?
No.
They
Wait,
were
I didn't see
down
that.
19-10 going into the last two matches. Max Stout gets a tech fall. Or I think it was 19-9. Max Stout gets a tech fall and Dayton Pitzer gets a pin and they win 20-19 or 21-19, something like that. Pretty miraculous stuff.
Pretty cool.
I think all the Ferrari brothers wrestled this weekend and AJ was the only one to lose.
How embarrassing.
How embarrassing. There's two 5-0 dual teams right now in the Big Ten. It's Purdue and Ohio State. Which one do you think is better? I don't know. It's a toss up. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got. There was just about a complete Ouroboros tale, or Ouroboros, at 125 this weekend from National Duels.
There are 3 teams from the National Duels that I'll throw 4. 4 teams from the 5 teams from the National Duels that excite me. Lehigh, Minnesota, Missouri, No, I already said Lehigh. Ohio State, Minnesota. Did I say Minnesota already?
Yeah, there's 4 teams.
Virginia Tech.
Oh yeah, Virginia Tech. That's fair. That's fair. They got some guys. Yeah. Did you say NC State?
I did not.
That's fair. That's fair.
I don't
I
feel like they're.
guess.
I feel like they're not. I don't know. Are they?
Yeah.
Can they really do anything with their lineup to?
I don't know. I was kind of expecting more from Arrington and Jack.
I mean, yeah, for
Um,
sure.
Biskins looked fine. Biskins looked better than I
This
thought he
seems
was going to
good.
look. Will Denny kind of surprised me a little bit, but then they're until they
Dude,
get
they
Patrick
got a
Murphy and Isaac Trumbull in there, they are rough.
they got an 84-97 problem right now.
Yes, and 285 is until Trumbull shows up.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, Virginia Tech fire, Minnesota fire. Um,
Yeah, I mean Minnesota, Virginia Tech, those are teams that I mean Virginia Tech for sure, especially like next year, they're going to
dude,
be so
it's a
good.
trophy team. It's a
They're going
trophy
to be
team right
tough.
there.
Yeah,
I wish we could have seen like a healthy Stanford there. I wish we could have seen a healthy Iowa State there, but I get it.
yeah.
I'm interested to see what kind of adjustments the National Duels make this upcoming year.
As far as what the process
The
goes,
process, the selection, the seeding. Are they going to bump it up from more than 16 teams? Are they going to? I would keep it where it is. Are they going to change the prize pool? Are they going to? Is there what adjustments are going to be made basically? Because I'm sure they're going to change
always
some
looking for
things.
those adjustments.
I want to see some adjustments. I want to see some more sequencing in their action.
More
You know.
sequencing.
Yeah. Okay.
Kale would like that too, and that's
We
what we're
would
going to
like to
get.
do more of that.
Yeah,
I think that's all I got. You good?
I'm golden.
Hopefully, we're back with the third stooge next
Yeah,
week.
he was not at
Um,
all sad about missing this podcast.
dude, we'll talk.
He sent
We'll
me a
talk.
text. He sent a text to the group. Did you see what it was?
No.
It was a link to buying a new MacBook. I hate that so much, dude.
Why did?
Don't
Oh,
send me.
because
Don't tell me I need to buy a
because
new computer. Don't send me any links unless you are gonna buy me one yourself. So my response was Christmas question mark. Nothing. Got nothing back. What a surprise.
All right. All right. Thank you everybody for listening. Let us know what we missed because we missed something
We did. There
and we
was
don't know
too
what
much
it
to get
is.
to.
Too much to get to. Have a good day. Goodbye. Where's my
Bye.
stop button?